Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem Rakah HaKodash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Dawadah from the Men of Valor campaign in Greenville, South Carolina, coming back with another video in sincerity and in truth. Lord willing, it can be edifying. And I wanted to get into this video, this article, really good article. All right, I'm gonna read some of it. All right, on my little break at the job. So, I'm gonna read as much of this as I can because it is a lot of good information. Bring out a few scriptures, but hey, you Americans are continuing to feel that squeeze, and hey, it ain't letting up. All right, everybody feeling that financial squeeze, man. Everybody ain't out here just got it like that. All right, the economy, they can say whatever they want about the economy or jobs created, but the mass majority of people are struggling to make ends meet. Even if they're making, like I saw the guy in a video yesterday, he said, hell, I'm making more money than ever, and I'm more broke than ever, basically. Same thing with a lot of us. You might be making a lot of money on paper. All right, even if you're making like $20 an hour, $20 is the new like $15 an hour, new $10 an hour. All right, because you damn near can't get much. And I know they started this thing where they're not requiring two times or three times the rent anymore and stuff, because nobody can really afford that. All right, so they might be trying to help in that regard, but overall people are struggling, and people are coming to their breaking point. And really, everything's still up and running. Just wait till everything starts really shutting down, right? So let's get into this article. Lord willing is edifying. This is from zerohedge.com. It says, if the high cost of groceries makes you feel sick, you are not alone. It says, if you are really struggling with the high cost of living, I want you to know that you're not alone, or that you aren't alone. In recent months, I have been hearing from so many people that feel like they are drowning financially. Have you experienced a palpable sense of panic when you compare your rising bills to the level of income that you are currently bringing in? So many people out there are stressed out in their minds because it's become such a struggle to pay the bills each month. I discussed a few days ago, a typical U.S. household must now spend $1,069 more a month just to buy the exact same goods and services that they did 3 years ago. Over the course of an entire year, that's almost an extra $13,000. Month after month, prices just keep going higher. But those that are running things continue to insist that everything is just fine. No, everything is not just fine. Last week, a TikTok video about rising grocery prices at Walmart quickly garnered more than 1 million views. The person that made the video found a grocery order that had been placed 2 years ago, and he decided to hit the reorder all button to see what the same order would cost today. All right, and it says a recent TikTok video has gone viral showing a user's surprising experience with Walmart's grocery prices. The user explained in his video that he tried to use the reorder all button for an order that he placed 2 years ago, which originally cost $126.67. To his shock, the same order would now cost $414.39. So that gives you a good idea as far as this inflation, because people's pay isn't going up, right? But the price of these goods and services, then you got shrinkflation, so you're getting less. It looks like it's the same packaging, but they're really giving you less. Okay, man, it's getting heavy out here, man. It says, I was quite stunned by this video. Many of the things that I regularly purchase at the grocery store have doubled or more than doubled in price. But in this case, the total cost of grocery order had more than tripled. All right, and they're talking about that video. So it says, when Walmart was asked about this, they responded by saying that the primary reason there was such a difference is because the person that made the video was attempting to order discounted items. Walmart representatives have responded, stating that the claims in the video are not accurate. According to them, the discrepancies in prices are due to discounted items rather than actual inflation. But this explanation certainly did not satisfy everyone. Another person hit the reorder all button on an old order, and that order went from $180 back then to $430 today. Viewers expressed both shock and frustration in the comments. Now I feel as a little less gaslit about grocery prices being because it has gone crazy, and it's not just me, wrote one person. Walmart, can you explain yourself? Please, added another. And that's the thing. they set up this society where everybody's pretty much reliant on, you know, foods and goods and stuff coming from, you know, these grocery stores, man. But when these grocery stores stop supplying food and stuff, you complaining about the prices now, man. When there's a limited supply, you know, and hyperinflation really sets in, and you're talking about $7, $8, $9 for a carton of, for some eggs, you know, $15 for bread, and we've been saying it's coming through the spirit. Damn near we're halfway there. All right, with the price of a lot of, you know, food and shit, you know. But of course, the average person will think everything cool, but that sticker shock, man. All right, that sticker shock is getting to everybody. But everybody's so reliant on these grocery stores. Nobody's self-sufficient, you know, with farmland. And that's how we did it in the ancient world, man. We, you know, if you did have, you know, specialize in growing a particular thing, you could, you know, make an abundance of it and be able to trade it off for other goods and goods that you may need. All right, but now we go to to these corporations for the one of all things, man. And so it says, Walmart, can you explain yourself, please? Added another. A fellow shopper said they used to spend $180 for 2 weeks worth of groceries and now spending over $430 for the same amount. If you think that price of groceries is not a problem, I have a challenge for you. Fill up a grocery cart all the way to the very top with items that you typically eat and try to keep the final bill under $300. I'm gonna tell you right now, that shit is hard. If you're smart, you can do it, but it won't be easy. In the old days, you could buy a used vehicle for $300. Now, many people burn through more than $300 in just one trip to the grocery store. This is just one of the reasons why inflation has become such a huge political issue. According to Gallup, inflation was not really considered to be an important issue at all prior to 2022. For the third year in a row, the percentage of Americans naming inflation or the high cost of living as the most important financial problem facing their family has reached a new high. The 41% naming the issue this year is up slightly from 35% a year ago and 32% in 2023. Before 2022, in 2022, the highest percentage mentioned in inflation was 18% in 2008, and that was back during the recession. Inflation has been named by less than 10% in most other readings since the question was first asked in 2005, and that's because there's been a series of more than a decade of quantitative easing, and now I believe they stopped doing that. Like I was watching a brother's video yesterday going into it. Now they're pretty much letting this shit kind of free fall, man, which is it's still not happening, you know, in one single day. It's happening over time, but people are starting to notice it, you know. Continuing on, let's get through this article. It says the last 3 years have been an inflationary nightmare, and no matter how much our leaders try to deny it, a lot more inflation is on its way, right? Things are particularly bad in major cities. In fact, it is being reported that Manhattan is the most expensive place to live in the United States by a wide margin. The New York borough of Manhattan is the most expensive place to live in the United States, and the cost of living is the number two place. Number two place isn't even close. The cost of living in Manhattan is more than twice the national average. The second and third most expensive are Honolulu and San Jose, California, but in comparison, they are much more affordable. Manhattan is 24% more expensive than Honolulu and 30% more expensive than San Jose. It isn't a big mystery why this is the case. When our leaders pumped trillions upon trillions of dollars into the system, the financial markets benefited greatly. So Manhattan is swimming in cash, and prices there have gone into the stratosphere. Many of us relentlessly warned about what would happen when our leaders flooded the system with cash, and that was due to your quantitative easing. And now we are facing economic distortions that are extremely painful. For many Americans, prices have been rising much farther or faster than their paychecks, right?